Welcome on in. Hope you all had a great weekend. My name is PJ. This is a raid Shadowlands video, and as you can see, I got the most recent raid survey. Now I think this might be my first survey I've gotten. I don't remember filling out any other one, so I'm very excited to fill it out. So I did fill it out off camera, off stream. I always say off stream, but off camera, just so we'd save a little bit of time. But we're gonna go over my answers and kind of I'll walk you through my thought process and why I filled out what I did. So let's get right to it. So we clicked off all of these, which might have been a mistake. This 10 to 15 minute survey, let me tell you, went a lot longer than 10 to 15 minutes. So we're gonna start off. So overall, how would you rate Faction Wars hard difficulty? So I would say overall it's pretty bad. I'd say, I don't know if it's very bad. I think it's overtuned for sure. I think there's a few tweaks I can do to make it a lot better. So definitely not good, definitely not very good. Definitely not neutral. Some people could say it's very bad. I definitely could see people saying that. I'm gonna say bad just because I think it's a few tweaks off of being a lot better. Hold up guys, now is the perfect time to click on my link in the description and get a free Karato as well as 4 more insane free epics as you level up. Here's how to do it. Step 1, log out of Plarium, play on PC and uninstall. Step 2, click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Step 3, launch raid and complete the tutorial. Step 4, go to the inbox and claim your first champion. Don't miss out on your chance to get a free Karato after signing up, as well as Uugo, Rector Drath, Tagoar, and Mausoleum Mage as you progress through the game. So click on my link right now and let's crush this together. How important is Faction Wars to your enjoyment? I would say moderately to very important. We're doing it every single day. Faction Wars is something we're doing daily, so I don't want it to suck if we have to do it every single day. So I would say I'm gonna actually change this to kind of very important, just because of it's a daily thing. It's not like it's once a week. It's something you have to do every single day. So I think it's pretty important. Also, getting the rewards is pretty important as well. So what are the reasons why you're playing Faction Wars hard difficulty? So I said earning points, improving my champions, completing dailies, progression in missions, challenges, and events, farming specific gear, collecting the resources needed to play other game modes, earning valuable rewards, definitely not having fun. And then any reasons why you're not playing it. So don't have the right champions. It takes a lot of time and energy, a lot of effort. It's too difficult. My champions aren't strong enough, definitely for some of them. The rewards are alright. You could honestly say they could be a little bit better, but we'll leave it for now. I will leave it. How would you rate the difficulty of hard Faction Wars? Again, I would rate it too hard. But a lot of these are kind of weird questions. They're kind of tough to answer. We'll get down to some of the later ones. How fair does it feel? So I said it felt unfair. The unities in there, having a full team of other people to power them up pretty much, is crazy strong. I talk about here down below, but specifically the purple boss feels very unfair. The passive is crazy RNG. The passive in the purple boss is ridiculous. Needs to be changed immediately. So yeah, I say it feels not fair at all. Is there anything confusing about hard Faction Wars? Actually, yes. I meant to say yes here. I would say some of the challenges are a little bit worded weirdly, but overall I'd say that I guess they're pretty self-explanatory. At least once you get into it, test a little bit, then you can definitely get a better idea of what the challenge wants you to do. So I guess it could be a little bit confusing. Actually, we'll say yes. Or change some of these mid-go around. Alright, so if you could change one thing about hard Faction Wars, what would it be? So I changed a few things, sorry. A little bit more than one. It's hard to just do one thing. So I said, rework the purple boss. The passive is way too strong. Also rework some of the challenges. No weak hits is ridiculous. Sorry. The no weak hits is ridiculous, along with some of the waves having faction unity champions and other allies in the same faction makes them, again, way too strong. So that's what I put. I'm not sure if you guys agree, disagree, or what else what you guys would add here, but that's what I got for my survey. So rate the difficulty of the following factions. So this is so account dependent, so I try to think of it more as like an overall versus just my account specifically. So I'm not sure if that's good or bad. I'm not sure if they wanted your account specifically or not, but I did this as an overall. So how did I grade it? I kind of graded it as there was nothing that was very easy, nothing very easy. I did easy were the ones where there was either a mythical given or a really good legendary. So Skinwalkers is Marius, Demon Spawn you get Carnage, Knights Rev you get Embreeze at some point if you play long enough. So those make them a lot easier. Average, I did like you get some good champions. They give you some good champions like for Dark Elves, for an example. And Mithrala, Vizix, Lydia are all very strong. And then Barbarians, you get Thor, or you don't get Thor, but Thor had a fusion. Armand said a fusion. Okay, I'll break it down individually. So High Elves. High Elves, very hard. I have Galathier and Wallmaster Thorion. I have 6-star Blessing for him. So for me, High Elves is not very hard, but I know for the average person, it's very difficult. It's tough to do enough damage. Not very many good damage dealers in that faction. So I say overall it's very hard. Could be maybe hard, but I think it's pretty overall. I think overall it's probably very hard for most people. Sylvan Watchers, I said hard. There's not very many good damage dealers. Dothy's really good if you have an epic, or for an epic, but he's also an epic. They have okay legendary damage dealers, a Lil, but he's a void legendary, which is hard to get. So generally I think Sylvan Watchers is on the tougher side. We did get Luminisci for the login champion. She's a Sylvan Watchers damage dealer, and also Balar came out recently for guaranteed. He's a Sylvan Watchers damage dealer, so that will help a little bit. So maybe we'll go up to average, but say it's on the harder side. Dark Elves, I said, was average. Not easy because the champions you get are strong, but they're not like Marius strong. You're still gonna need like another good damage dealer in there to help you out. The people, or they generally they're giving you support champions in Dark Elves, Mithrala, Vizix, Lydia, support champions. Mithrala you can do damage though, but generally support. Knights Rev and Korra was a fusion. Narcisse was a guaranteed a while back. And again, you get Embreeze. Embreeze helps a lot in Knights Rev, so I think I'd say that's easy. Dwarves, I think, is on the harder side. Depending on who you have, Molly helps out a lot. I don't have Molly. If you don't have Molly, then you either need to have Senna, which is a Void, or Void Legendary, or Melga, who's an Epic, who's good, but kind of tough. Thowlin was a big help here. Brogny's good. Maybe we could do average for dwarves, because Brogny was a fusion back in the day. So dwarves, I think, I'm gonna still say hard. Dwarves is alright. Again, it's all kind of dependent, but I think overall it's probably on the tougher side. No, we'll say average, actually. I'm changing to average. Demon Spawn, I would say, is pretty easy. You get Lamassu, Carnage. They're gonna carry you very well in this. And then who else you have? But Carnage just destroys everything. So once you get Carnage, he's a big help. If you're struggling with Demon Spawn, push Carnage, he'll help out. Bannerlords, very hard. If you don't have Taurus Mariska, if you don't have Androck or Aislinn, I think it's going to be really tough for most people. I'm saying, again, very hard. Not many damage dealers. If you don't have Teox, this is going to hurt. There are other ways. Rosin or Montu damage can help. But I say overall, Lisbon is pretty tough. Sacred Order, I said average. They just had the Noelle fusion pretty recently. They did Sir Nick, and those two will carry you very hard in Sacred Order. They did Alice was free. Or was Alice free? Yeah, Alice was free. Or was she the fusion? No, I'm pretty sure, yeah, Alice was the free one, so everyone has her. He-Man, if you buy He-Man, He-Man's really good here. So I say overall, Sacred Orders is pretty average. Undead. So Undead you could argue as average as well, because Fabian was recent, but the thing is, there's not that many good damage dealers for Undead unless you have like a Rhodos or a little Miss Annie. Like they do have good damage dealers, but they're legendary. I would say they don't really have many good epic damage dealers. So yeah, Fabian does help, but doing the damage is going to be kind of rough. So that's why I put Undead for hard instead of average. I know Fabian makes it a lot easier, but depending on your damage dealers, it can be pretty tough. Skinwalkers, you're gonna get Marius eventually. He makes this super easy. So I said that one was easy. Shadowkin, I put a Shadowkin as hard. Maybe I could do average. I don't know. So you get, depending on when you play, you have Ninja. You're gonna get Mikage. I guess, well, so I said the other ones, you get mythical and it carries you. They're easy, but I guess this one is more personal. But for myself, I have Mikage, I have Ninja. I just don't have any good support champions. I have Taragi and I have Baranguri, but I don't have any of the good Shadowkin supports. I don't have Lady Kimmy, I don't have Rio, I don't have pretty much any of the legendary supports. No Mishinaki, no Harima. So it's really tough. It's really tough for me to do Shadowkin at the moment. Even with, and I have double Yumiko. Even with double Yumiko, it's still tough with the boss. The boss is really annoying. So I put it for hard. Maybe you could do average. But this is the one, even with the mythical, I would say is pretty tough. The other ones with mythicals definitely help out a lot. This one, I say Orc, I did hard. Could be honestly very hard for some people depending on who you have. But Artak's a big help here. You get Varl. Varl's really nice. He's a guaranteed champion, or he's guaranteed from Doom Tower. So you have some options from Orc, but I think generally Orc is really tough for a lot of people. Tough for myself as well. I haven't beat the boss yet. So I could even see very hard to hard. Barbarian, I did average, like I said earlier. Thor, Fusion, Armand's Fusion, pretty kind of recently, a year ago or so. So I guess not that recently, but if you're doing hard faction wars, you're probably gonna have them. Or at least I hope you have them. Freya was a guarantee. Not everyone got Freya, but she helps a lot here. So I'd say it's average. And then Ogryn, you need one that's even farther down than very hard, like impossible. I'm struggling really bad in Ogryn. I'm sure you guys are too, unless you have like a Gizmak, or even if you have a Gizmak, I'm sure it's not the easiest, but definitely helps out a lot. Or a Bellatar. Bellatar is the Void legendary reviver, so if you don't have like the main people for Ogryn, it's really tough. So I put that as very hard. All right, let's try to speed through these really quick. Overall, or not speed through, but go a little quicker. Overall, how would you rate Live Arena? I said it's still not very good, but I say it's important for the game because it's the main PvP area is Live Arena. There's Classic 3v3, Siege, but Live Arena is the one that should be the best. So I say it's important to almost the most important. I would say it's the most important, but it's very important. Reasons you go: to collect resources, earn rewards, complete dailies, blah blah blah. Doing the reasons you stop doing arena. Say the rewards are once you get the max ones for this general, not the seasonal, but the general, then it's kind of I wish maybe they would add more rewards to that, make it more reason to push up higher. Because after you get Quintus or get that last sacred, I think, then it's just done. And then you just get chests for getting a certain amount of wins, which is okay, but the chests aren't very good either. So I say, yeah, rewards, and then I just focus on other game modes more. How would you rate the difficulty? This is really tough. This is, I don't like the difficulty of what? It depends on who you're facing. Like, I don't know what they mean by difficulty of Live Arena, so I said it's right. I don't know, you could say it's too hard, too easy, depending on who you are. I don't know. This was a weird question. How fair does Live Arena feel? I mean, it's a pay-to-win game. It's a gacha game, so like very unfair. Like, I don't know. I said it's neither fair nor unfair. It is RNG. It is what it is, kind of. So yeah, kind of weird questions. I don't know. Is there anything confusing about Live Arena? No, not really. In your opinion, Live Arena getting better, worse, staying the same? I'm saying it's getting slightly worse. The way they did the points at least this season, or I guess they're talking about just Live Arena in general. So I guess it's staying the same, but this season I say it's getting slightly worse the way the points did. And then I said, keep working on the matchmaking and the amount of points won or lost after a battle. More of an elo system, I think, would be good. They're kind of working on that, but I think they need even more of an elo system. Next. All right, how do you find the arena matchmaking or Live Arena matchmaking? I said it's still not the best, still kind of bad. How do you experience the current matchmaking system compared to the previous one? I would say it's a little bit better than the previous one, but still not good. To what extent do you agree with the statement? Matchmaking Live Arena is becoming more fair and balanced. I'd say I agree it is becoming a little bit more fair and balanced, so I said yes. Would you rate Live Arena milestone rewards? I'd say they're not very good. I was looking at them earlier. You get chickens, you get like a couple of sacreds, you get some gems, but I think they could have been a lot better. And then how would you rate the Live Arena seasonal chest rewards? So the Live Arena seasonal chest rewards, those are after you get all the Live Arena normal rewards, the normal rewards, and then you get, after some amount of wins, you get like an extra chest. So I actually haven't gotten those. I usually, after I get the normal seasonal rewards, and I just stop. But from what I know, they're not very good, but I haven't really experienced it, so I said I don't know. Overall, how would you rate Chimera Clan Boss? I said overall it's pretty good. I like Chimera. I know a lot of people do not like Chimera. How important of a feature is this? I said it's pretty important. It's the new clan boss. Hydra's kind of dead. Demon Lords just do it daily. It's pretty dead. So Chimera is the new big thing, new big thing in town. So I say it's pretty important to the game. What reasons are you playing Chimera? So I want to excel. Yeah, I guess I want to excel. Collecting resources, need to play other game modes, earning rewards, farming specific gear sets, and crafting materials. Definitely the materials. Actually, I think I'm gonna unclick that. I think I didn't click it for the other ones either. No, actually, I'm gonna leave it. I like Chimera. Do any of the following reasons stop you from playing Chimera? No, I do Chimera. How would you rate the difficulty in Chimera Clan Boss? I say it's still too hard. It's getting a little bit better with the changes, but they also made Lion a lot tougher now. So if they would have just left Lion alone and just did the changes to Ram, I think it would have been a lot better. But they had to, of course, do something to Lion. Excuse me. So I think it's still a little bit too hard. How fair does it feel? I said it feels unfair. Ram stinks. Not a big fan of Ram. The trials are kind of unfair as well. I think this is talking about just Ram specific, or just the bosses specifically, not the trials. But yeah, I'd say Ram feels unfair. Is there anything confusing about the clan boss? I guess not really anything about specifically the clan boss. I think I was talking about the trials, but they talk about the trials down the line. So no, not really anything specific about the clan boss. Is an opinion, is clan boss getting better or worse, staying the same? I said it's getting slightly better. I think the changes did help, but the lion form definitely got hits a lot harder. So I said keep working on the ram form. Both passives could be changed or removed. Lion form might be hitting a little too hard now. Being able to do more in-depth presets would be nice to make more auto friendly. Yeah, so yeah, adding more presets or adding more specific presets would be nice. Maybe like after turn 3, don't use, or after turn 4, don't use a certain move, or during turn 5, don't use a certain move because you want to save your moves for the next form. So that'd be kind of nice. Once they hit turn 5, then they will only A1 or something like that. Okay. Overall, how would you rate trials? I said neutral. I don't like, they're kind of good, kind of bad. I said they're okay. They're neutral. And how important is trials to your enjoyment? I said trials are very important. I like trials. Trials are where you can get a bunch of the mythical materials or materials, relic materials in general. What are your reasons for playing Chimera? Rewards, collecting resources, anything to not do Chimera? Nope. How would you rate the difficulty of Chimera? I said it's still too hard. The trials, they made them a little bit easier, but I'd say they're still too tough. A lot of them are super random that you have to bring in, and not many champions have what we need. So they got to either release more champions that bring the debuffs and buffs that we need, including the random ones that you match the trials, or like remove the trials and change them. But I say they're still pretty tough. How fair does the trials feel? They feel pretty unfair, I would say. Especially like one of the ones I was working on was you have to get damage while unkillable, and I had unkillable up. I was full health. I took damage and it didn't work. So I realized that you need to be at 1% HP or pretty much near death with the unkillable and get the overkill for it to count. That seems pretty unfair. Some of the ones where you have to get the block actives, the one on Ram Viper, where you need 10 debuffs, but it can't have block active skills, but blocked active skills is the way to counter the form, really stinks. Like, why can't we have block actives as one of the trials? Just 10 debuffs in general is pretty tough to get, so like why you're making it way too difficult. So those are a few of them. Yep, they're a little confusing. In your opinion, are they getting better or worse? I said they're getting slightly better. They made a little bit of changes to them recently, but I think they still need more tweaking. And then could you change one thing about the Chimera trials? I say give better rewards and make the trials a little easier. Turn the cap off of them. Must do challenge within 2 turns, and then if you do it 3 turns, it doesn't count, or you lose the challenge, it resets it, and you have to go all the way up again. It really stinks. Okay, overall, how would you rate Chimera Clash? I said it's kind of bad. The rewards are really shit. We'll talk about that in a second, but how important is Chimera Clash to your enjoyment? I said it's pretty important. It's, again, the new thing, the new clan boss. I would like it to be pretty important to the game. What are the reasons for playing Chimera? Competing with others, collecting resources. Do anything follow if you stop playing Chimera? Chimera Clash specifically. I said the rewards. The rewards I think for Clash are pretty bad. I rather personally go for trials versus doing insane damage. Like, I want good damage, don't get me wrong, but as long as I'm 1-keying, I'd much rather, if I could get 16 mythical mats in one run versus doing like 500 million, and the other one is like 200 million with 16 mythical mats, or 500, 600 billion, or million, not billion, million with 5 trials, 5 mat. Like, I'd rather get the mythical mats personally. So I don't really care about the Clash at the moment. How would you rate the difficulty of Chimera Clash? Really weird, depends on who you're facing. It changes all the time, so weird question. It's just right, I guess. How fair does it feel? I don't know, depends on who you're facing. Again, it's fair or not fair. It's a gacha game. Kind of weird question. Not really sure to answer that. Is there anything confusing about Chimera Clash? Not really. Anything, in your opinion, is Chimera Clash getting better, worse, or staying the same? It seems like it's staying the same, but Titus is probably gonna get worse. Make the rewards better right now. It is better to do more trials than to win Chimera Clash. The only thing that I'm worried about is if they do make the Clash a lot better, then there might be a reason to start using Titus in Chimera, versus right now I think it's better to do trials. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. If they make it better, then it could be worse, because then we're going to see more Titus teams. I don't know. But overall, I think the rewards are pretty bad. Hydra Clash, or Hydra Clan Boss, how would you rate it? They killed it. I don't know. It's bad right now. I think they ruined the fun of Hydra a long time ago. How important is Hydra Clan Boss to your enjoyment? I said it's moderate. It's not the new thing. There's auto battles. It's still there, but I don't really care about it anymore. I'm not sure about you guys. Let me know. What are the main reasons playing for Hydra? Collecting resources, farming specific gear sets. I do it. There's no reason why I don't do it. How would you rate the difficulty in Hydra Clan Boss? Honestly, it's too easy, but I don't want to tell them that. Like, we need, was it 36 million on Nightmare is one key, and people are putting up billions and billions. But I mean, at end game, it's crazy easy. I'm not sure about early game how difficult it is. It's probably pretty hard still. But once you get to mid game, start to get to late game, end game, it becomes a joke. It's tough to get the 3 teams filled out and getting 3 good teams, but I don't know, it's pretty easy. How fair does it feel? I said unfair. A lot of times you'll get a couple heads coming back at the wrong time. Like, they shouldn't be coming back. They still have HP and turn meter. The turn meter is like halfway and they just randomly pop back up. Like, okay, that's not cool. I think the true fear is really annoying. Not being able to resist that's kind of unfair. The most tanky head taking an extra turn really sucks. Is there anything confusing about clan boss? I said yeah. A lot of the clan boss, all the heads have different passives, but they don't really tell you about it. It'd be cool if they would let that a little bit more known. Like if you get destroyed enemy match, or you destroy your HP when the head that you need to provoke is out, if you're healing. But if you kill that head, then you get the destroyed HP, a lot of it gets returned back to you. It gets like healed. Each one of them has different passives or that like benefit you. The mischief head, if you kill the mischief head, it resets all the turn meter of all the heads. So making that a little bit more clear, I think would be better. At least from what I know, that's not very clear in Hydra. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is in there and I just haven't seen it. In your opinion, Hydra Clash boss is getting better, worse, or staying the same? I said it's getting slightly worse. I guess it's staying the same. They haven't really done much about it. And then I said, what one change would you do? I said change it back to the old Hydra before the Trunda nerf, because you know they didn't really nerf her that much. She's almost back to where she was prior to the nerf, which is crazy. But yeah, make Hydra fun again. They killed the Hydra. It's not fun anymore. We want to see big numbers. Let us see the big numbers. So what are your thoughts on Trunda's performance? This is gonna be kind of controversial. I said she's doing far too much damage. Now with Titus, maybe she's just doing a bit too much damage, but she's way beyond everyone else in the game. Even with Titus, she's still way far beyond. Maybe in a few months, Titus will catch up when we figure out more things with him. But as of right now, I think she's still doing too much. But here's the thing. How much of an issue is Trunda's damage output in Hydra Clash? I said it's a moderate issue just because Hydra Clash, I feel like, is, again, kind of dead. Hydra's a dead game mode. If they would bring it back, it would be more of an issue. It would be like a big issue, maybe a massive issue. I could see big or moderate. Yeah, I'll say big. I'm gonna say moderate. But yeah, it's just Hydra Clash, I don't really care about it anymore. It's obviously I want to win it. I want to get first, second, third, but I feel like it's so old news. It's long past, so if they change something, it'd be cool, but at this point, I don't even really care anymore, I feel like. Overall, how would you rate Hydra Clash? Not that good. How much of enjoyment? Moderately. Again, it's not the new thing anymore. What are your main reasons? Collecting resources, farming specific gear types. No reason why I don't do it. How would you rate the difficulty in Hydra Clash? It depends on who you're facing. I guess it's alright. How fair is it? Neither fair nor unfair. I don't like these questions. Really dumb. Is there anything confusing? Nope. In your opinion, Hydra Clash getting better, worse? I said it's staying the same. Probably gonna get worse now with Titus. So maybe getting slightly worse with Titus out there now. I'll just say staying the same. Anything to make it better? I said better rewards, maybe some immortal soul stones. That'd be nice. The chests are really bad. There's more rewards, I feel like, is always the answer. If you want people to enjoy it or want to do it more, better rewards. Overall, how would you rate the Coalition event? I like the Coalition a lot. I said it was good. You can honestly say very good. I'll say good. How important is the Coalition to enjoyment? I say it's very important. I really like those kind of community events. What are your main reasons for playing the Coalition? I said earning valuable rewards. Do any of the following reasons stop you from playing the Coalition event? None for me. How would you rate the difficulty? So for me, I said I did everything. I was able to complete all the rewards, but I know for the general population, I think it was pretty hard for the average player. So I said too hard. How fair did it feel? I said it did not feel fair. If you didn't do the fusion, it was gonna be really tough to complete. You would have to do a ton of the repeat quests, and that's not really realistic. And then some of the quests, the ones that were locked, were really tough, using Thowlin in stage 30 of the event dungeon when prior to the event dungeon nerf, so it was really tough. Maybe now it's still really tough. You might be able to do it now, but before that, crazy hard to do. Yeah, so I thought a lot of the challenges were kind of unfair. Is there anything confusing about it? Nope. If you could change one thing, I said make it easier for people to complete the whole event. A lot of points were locked behind going for the fusion. So hopefully they'll do more events, coalition events in the future. I really did like them. Overall, how would you rate Siege? I said it's kind of meh. I feel like Siege could be nice, but at the moment they need some work on it. How overall is important? I said it's moderately important. What's your main reason for playing Siege? Collecting resources, need to play other game modes. It's really just like clan makes me. For clan, like you have to do Siege if you want to be like for your clan. So any valuable rewards? Are they valuable rewards? Kind of. Any other reasons why you don't play Siege? Nope. You got to. How would you rate the Siege difficulty? Again, these ones I really don't like. Difficulty for what? It's match to match. It changes. So I don't know. One Siege would be good, one Siege would be bad. So I used to just write on neither fair nor or how fair is it? Like, again, it's a gotcha. Both, I guess, and fair nor fair. That's what I put. Anything confusing? I said no. In your opinion, is Siege getting better or worse or staying the same? I said it's getting slightly better. I think the new traps are pretty cool. I like the addition to that. I think they should work more on that, but I like the direction they're going. One change, I said being able to replay your defense hits to see how you won or lost would be amazing. Also, watching clan members do their attacks live could be fun too. That would add some pressure, like some extra pressure to your clanmates, so maybe they wouldn't like that, seeing like members watching them. But Clash of Clans have done this for years. I played Clash a long time ago, and they had a Siege mode very similar to this, a little bit different, but you could watch your clan member do their attack live. You could see if someone hit your defense, you could replay the battle and see how you did, why you won, why you lost. So please add replays. It would be amazing. All right, have you participated in Siege? Yep. Would you prefer defense? Defense should be reset after every Siege. You change who's in what post, so I think that should be reset. How interested would you be in more clan activities? I think I was very interested in more clan activities. To what extent do you agree with the statement? More clan activities would improve your raid experience. I strongly agree. What kind of clan activities would you be most interested in playing? I said more coalition events would be fun, or events where your clan puts up points together to get rewards, not versus other clans, more of like an event type thing. Maybe it's like a dragon event where you have to do a certain amount of points as a clan in the dragon and you get rewards, stuff like that. That'd be kind of cool. All right, do you enjoy additional challenges with extra rewards and integrated into larger game modes and features? Think Chimera Trials, Faction War Challenges, Curiosity Quests. I enjoy them. I think they're pretty cool. I like, as you can see here, to what extent do you agree with the statement? Additional challenge mechanics encourage me to try different champions. Yeah, I like building out different champions, having a reason to build out different champions. Champion training is always in this game. I always need a reason to build people, so having these weird challenges is kind of cool. I would never use this epic, and now I have reason to, so I like that. How interested would you be in seeing features of this kind in Raid? I said somewhat interested. Could you give some feedback? I said please don't make it so our best option is using stun sets or praying for RNG or using bad affinity to your advantage in the waves, which they've done in the past for Curse City, Doom Tower, Faction Wars, all that good stuff. All right, so we actually haven't finished, so this part I've not done. We'll do this live, I guess. A few more questions. How do you rate the overall difficulty in Raid? I would say it's hard. It's kind of like the souls of the gachas. Very hard. What influences your rating? Are there any champions you believe are overpowered? Ooh, okay, let me pause the video and we'll come back.
A few moments later.
Alright, so I filled out the rest of this really quick. So here is what I put down. So what influenced you for this rating? The hard rating. This game takes a lot of knowledge and time to understand it. What champions are overpowered? There's a ton of overpowered champions. I just put a few. I said Armand's, make him not steal turn meter. Trunda, obvious reasons. Nice. There's a lot of mythicals that are probably a little bit overtuned, overpowered, but I think Nice is one of the worst. Are there any champions that are underpowered? Again, there's a ton of champions that are underpowered. I just put a few. I said Rosin, bad base speed and cooldowns. Bigun and Iggy, bad cooldowns. Pixnil takes 1 million books. And they already buffed Pixnil twice, I believe, and she's still terrible. So maybe the third time is the charm. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I know this was a long video. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys made it to the end, thank you. If you guys got the survey, let me know also. I think this is, again, my first one, so pretty excited. Hopefully we'll get one in the future, or more in the future. Don't forget to hit that like, hit that sub button, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.